Alright, what's up everyone, Duquesne23 here, and Master Chief Collection is finally out, and naturally the first thing that I go to is Forge, and of course I want to check out the race game types that you have while forging and everything, which there are a total of 5. So I'm just going to be talking about what the difference is between all these and, you know, some cool aspects of them. The first one is naturally just race, which is just the normal race that we have always had, and, you know, it's really great. It's great that they implemented this in right whenever the game came out and didn't wait like a year and a half later to actually put it into the game like in Halo 4. The second one is Hornet Race, which is race but with Hornets. But one thing that's really cool about the Hornet Race game type is that they actually have switches above the checkpoints that you could shoot with the Hornet, and it keeps the other players that you're racing with and stuff from getting their own checkpoint for like 3 or 5 seconds. So it kind of locks the checkpoint down, which that is really cool, and of course they can shoot your own checkpoint and everything, so you're not able to get checkpoints. So that's something just really cool implemented into the race, so you're able to, you know, have these type of things for some crazy idea you might have. Then we have Rally, which is pretty much just like a battle tracks type of thing where you can have a person on the back of your mongoose or something, and you know they're shooting at people while you're going for checkpoints. We've seen this many times before, but it's great to have it back. Then we also have Gungoose Gauntlet, which this one is very interesting because of the fact that it's, whenever I just went into it, it had just the plain Gungoose on there, and you know, it's like pretty much just a race, but with Gungooses. So I'm not sure. I remember seeing in the past that there's that Gungoose CTF mode, which I don't know if that's an option in the Gauntlet or something like that, where you change it, or if it's in an option in CTF that you know, mess around with. So we're going to have to find out more about that, I guess, at a later time. And then to me, the most interesting game type, and the one that's probably the best one, at least personally to me, is Velocity. Now, if y'all have seen the movie Speed, then you'll know what I'm talking about here in a second. It's pretty much where if you're going over a certain speed, then you're fine. But if you wreck and you stop for like longer than like a second or 2 seconds, your vehicle will blow up. So that is amazing. It'll be really fun to be able to see some obstacle courses and you know, obstacle type of maps like race maps and everything, where they have you know, some tricks and stuff, like, or some like trigger things that make things blow up and could screw you up and stuff, so they can wreck you and then you'll blow up because you lose speed. Which is really interesting that they did something like this. I really love it. It's going to, you know, provide the community with a lot of options to be able to make some pretty awesome game types and maps and everything. And also, one thing that I do want to say is while you're racing, you actually get some indications on how the other people are doing around you. Now all of the other racers have an indication above their, you know, driver and stuff, saying where they are, like you on the map, like you looking on the map. It's not just on the radar, so you know where all your, you know, other enemy racers are at all times. And also, one thing that's really cool is if someone's catching up to you, like let's say you make a bad turn or something like that, and someone starts catching up to you and you had a big lead, the announcer will actually say enemies gaining, or I can't remember, I think they say enemies gaining, but they say something like that, which that is really cool, so you could tell if someone is gaining on you and is gonna pass you up in a little bit. And another thing that's really cool is the fact that the very last checkpoint, before the finishing checkpoint, once you cross over it, it will say last checkpoint, so you know all you do is have to reach that very last checkpoint and then you win the game. So that's something really awesome. And also the fact that they no longer say checkpoint reached. Now they just have like a little, I don't know, like a little chime type of thing whenever you cross over the checkpoint, so it doesn't kind of have that annoying sound where constantly we're like checkpoint reached, checkpoint reached, checkpoint reached. Now it just kind of goes ding, you know, so that's pretty cool. But guys, I'm pretty excited to be able to see what all y'all are going to be making with all these race game types. I will have my map done and released later on today, so stay tuned for that one, and stay tuned for showcases once we start getting a bunch of awesome maps. So guys, I hope y'all enjoyed this. Subscribe for, you know, more Master Chief Collection stuff and Halo 5 news, and I will see y'all next time. Later, guys.